Ever since I started keeping journals, I've been putting maps in them. And so, and to give you an example, back in 1992, I was in Barcelona, and I pasted in a map inside the journal that I had from there. And, basically, if this is, as far as expands out, this is Barcelona, and I would draw on it where I went, and I basically had this map in there. This is an artifact of my journey, and it's just a piece of that. And so this was, of course, before the times that we had phones that we put maps in, that we had these paper maps. And another example is back in 2001, I went on a safari to Tanzania. And so this one, I basically put this map in with the specific folding instructions that I put in here. So unfold it once here, and then down here, and then back here, and then I fold it up. So here I actually mapped out the journey that we took through Tanzania, and this was a part of my journal now. So I can always fold this up and just go back in. So I heard that there was at the San Francisco Center for the Book, there was a workshop that I went to this past week on Turkish map folding. And this was really cool because this is something that I could do for my journaling. So I wanted to learn the technique. And so Turkish map folding is the same idea of when you had maps that were paper bound, that these could be released as like this, that the map could be basically an expansive page that could basically fold into a smaller size. So this was the idea to call this Turkish map folding, that it unfolds like this. So we did a couple exercises where we tried this out, and this is sort of what I came up with. And so these are exercises that the workshop leader showed us, and we tried to do it ourselves. And so here's one, basically just some chipboard and some smaller maps, and then these basically fold out into two. So I have now two here. And so I can immediately apply these concepts to my journaling, and that was exciting for me. So I brought along with me some paper, and that paper, I found this at an art store going out of business in North Beach in San Francisco. And so I took some of this paper, and so this is basically what the map fold looks like. So if you paste this inside of something, you basically can fold it out to be fully larger shape. So this basically is about 5.5 inches here, and it expands out to about 10 inches here, or 5 inches expands out to 10. So that's what this map is. So I then took this and I put it in my journal. So this is the journal that I've been keeping for the past past month or so. Actually, since I had this since November. So I trip to India, I traveled to Pearl Harbor, and then recently I just did a little collaging here. And so last thing I did a watercolor in San Francisco, and then I decided to put that same type of Turkish map folding in here. So this was basically one map fold here, and then if you look here, there's another one right here, and a third one, or two more. So I have this basically 3 different sizes of these map folds inside of this, and that was really fun. And so I actually put inside of here, I have also, I take with me a really small book that I got in a dustbin in Rome outside of the Piazza Navona, and it's a 1917 industrial design book in Italian, and it has all this great imagery in it, everything from trigonometry tables to imagery of constructions, and then also it has a lot of graphics. So it has graphics that I'm actually using this as a clip art book. So I can see different graphics. I have a steam engine from 1918. This at some point we'll come into. And so I'm basically using this as a little source book to repurpose this book that nobody cared about anymore. And I turned into a little source book that I could use, that I then put inside of my journal. And this becomes part of my composition. So that was my experience with the Turkish map folding. And to put this in my journal from Iona Handcrafted Books in Austin, Texas. And hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.